Hello there, my name is Vern and I'm here with some suggestions for the Scarecrow Video Psychotronic Challenge. I chose the day 27, which is called The Natural Entertainer, and the description says, watch one with a pro wrestler turned actor, put some raw fun in your movie mania. I don't know any pro wrestlers turned actors close enough to actually watch a movie with, so instead I chose some that have pro wrestlers in them. First of all, kind of an obvious pick, but the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween stars a wrestler named Tyler Mane as Michael Myers. I'm actually choosing Halloween 2, the sequel to the remake. I don't really like the remake that much, but the sequel is really interesting because they kind of ignore a lot of what happened in the other Halloween sequels and come up with their own weird mythology where Michael Myers can walk around and see himself as a child and his mother, and sometimes a white horse is with him. You sort of have to see it to understand. But Halloween 2, the theatrical cut, is on this Blu-ray. I prefer that to the director's cut, but many disagree with me. Another one I would recommend is See No Evil, starring Kane. This one is an actual WWE production, I believe, and a lot of people would describe it as not good, but it's basically every cliche of a slasher movie taken to ridiculous lengths. And so this wrestler Kane, who I'm not very familiar with, but he's a big bald guy, and he plays a very sexually repressed, psychopathic guy that lives in an abandoned hotel, and a bunch of very unlikable troublemakers from some sort of a detention center or something, somehow through reasons I don't remember, come on a bus to this abandoned hotel. And when they do naughty things that bad children do, it causes a series of bells to ring throughout the hotel with strings that notify this killer guy that something bad is happening. Like if a mattress is squeaking, for example, and then he'll come out and kill them, and he'll take their eyeballs. So that's a lot of fun. You may enjoy that. There's a part 2 also, which is okay. Actually, probably a much better movie than that. Girl on the Third Floor is a ghost story, and it stars Phil CM Punk Brooks. And I'm not very familiar with him either. I'm from the Rowdy Piper era, but he's very good in this. He's giving an actor performance. You know, he's a guy with muscles and tattoos, but he gives a very good performance as a guy that buys a house with his wife and is trying to fix it up and discovers there's a lot of supernatural things going on in the house. Highly recommended. Really good movie. So those are my picks. I have a couple bonus things I don't think quite fit into the category, so I wouldn't really say to watch them for Halloween necessarily, but they're good ones that I wanted to recommend. First of all, Bushwick, because Dave Bautista is my favorite wrestler turned actor. I think he has the best body of work of any of them, unless you compare it against Rowdy Piper. And this is an action movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's all done as a single take, and it's about basically well, actually, I don't want to say what it's about because it's kind of a twist. But there's basically an attack that happens in a city in New York, and Dave Bautista and some others are trying to survive as this kind of invasion happens in the United States. And he's really good in it. He's got an emotional monologue and some action and everything. It's very good. Then the other one, also not a horror movie, but pretty Halloween appropriate, is Ed Wood. And I bring that up because George the Animal Steele appears in it, playing another wrestler, Tor Johnson. George the Animal Steele was a wrestler that I enjoyed when I was a kid, and I really wonder if he still has his trademark green tongue in this movie, but you'll never know because it's in black and white. But Ed Wood, of course, is a great movie about the filmmaker Ed Wood. It does have a lot of coffins, and it has a scene that happens at Halloween, so it is appropriate if you don't need a horror movie. So those are my picks for that category, and I guess let Scarecrow know what you pick.